Heralding in Christmas for us here on Prime Group Kaleidoscope and Srilanka Life Let's Talk is Australia's Ray Pereira, a civil engineer who ditched an engineering career to become a professional musician. A specialist in Afro-Cuban drumming and percussion, Ray is a session musician who has played around the world at numerous concerts, festivals and orchestras as well, including the Montreal Jazz Festival, the 2000 Sydney Olympics Orchestra, and has backed Isaac Hayes and Ricky Martin and played on groundbreaking records by Indigenous Australian artists. He also wrote and produced a TV documentary, The Talking Drum. The Australia Council for the Arts Award saw him study drumming in West Africa, and more recently his contribution to Australian music was recognised with an Order of Australia medal this year. We are so glad to have you on the show, Ray, and happy Christmas and welcome to Srilanka Life Let's Talk. What better way to start our Christmas celebrations? Very briefly, what made you ditch your very stable civil engineering career and actually move into the somewhat insecure music area?
Well, that's a mystery to me too, Savithri. Purely accident. I was working as a civil engineer, just started after leaving university, and my friends were in a band. I started playing with them, jamming with them at parties and things. And next thing you know, I'm a professional musician.
You established the Afro-Lankan drumming system. I mean, you were only 16 when you left Sri Lanka, which was pretty young. So what actually drew you into Sri Lankan rhythms?
Well, growing up in Sri Lanka, I was still exposed to a lot of the Sri Lankan drumming and rhythms, like at the cricket matches, for example, Pereira, the temple drumming, things like that, So I certainly was familiar with it. And then when I decided to become a professional musician and I traveled around studying different countries, I noticed there are a lot of similarities between, say, African rhythms, Cuban rhythms, and Sri Lankan rhythms. And I thought that as being from Sri Lanka, that I should really start incorporating some of that, my heritage, if you like, into my music. And so when I saw and met Kanchana, we decided to form the Afro-Lankan drumming system to put all these things together. And this piece that I'm going to play now has Kanchana playing the tammatama, or the temple drum, and I'm playing an African rhythm on the congas. And I think it works pretty well.
So here's Ray with a glimpse of the Afro-Lankan drumming with Sri Lankan drummer Kanchana Karunaratne. And speaking of Ghana, you've done study tours in Ghana and Sri Lanka. What is the most striking similarity of the drumming culture that you see?
Well, when I first went to Ghana, I was struck by the way the place looked similar. The temperature, the humidity, the heat, and also the way people relate to the music. For example, the drumming rhythms are a part of everyday life. Pretty much a bit like Sri Lanka, really. They play them in weddings. So there's harvest festivals, street parades like Pereira. They have the same thing in Ghana. And also some of the rhythms, particularly the baila type rhythms, which we call, say, 6/8 rhythms. There's lots of similarities. So when I was in Ghana, I was relating to not only the general culture of the place, but also the music. And one of the rhythms that I'm going to play for you has me playing an African rhythm combined with a ritual Cuban rhythm, and also some of the elements of a Sri Lankan rhythm called the gaman pade, which where the Kandyan drummers and dancers, when they leave the stage, So that's fusing all that together works for me, and I think it works,
So we end with Ray playing a fusion of Ghanaian and Cuban ritual drumming influences and some elements of Sri Lankan Kandyan drumming rhythm called the Gaman Pada. Thank you, Ray, for joining us on Srilanka Life Let's Talk. And as I said earlier, what a way to start our Christmas celebrations. Don't forget, subscribe or follow Kaleidoscope with Savithrirodrigo on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn.
Making all your new goals in life a reality is why our strength is your strength. With 12 billion rupees worth of customer benefits in 2020 and a life insurance fund worth over 100 billion rupees, our strength is your strength. You focus on your goals. We will take care of the risks. Srilanka Life.